Hey y'all, it's your boy Goody Drew, and today I thought maybe I'll try to teach y'all how to make some beats, starting with tutorial number 1, how to sample. Now, I had a lot of friends that have been on my ass for the past while, like, teach me how to make a beat, teach me how to make a beat. It's kind of funny how many of them actually want me to teach them, so I'm like, alright, I'll make a video out of it, you know? So, first of all, let's get our sample. But before we get our sample, we want to add our sample to a beat. Usually when we sample something, we add it to a beat. That's usually how it works in hip hop. The sample is usually just like, the tune itself, and the beat is usually already there. Unless if your sample was the beat. So this is our beat right here. It sounds pretty sick, right? Now let's get a sample, probably a goofy one. This is our little sample over here, right? Listen to this.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye,
So we want to add
I
this
can't
song
hear you.
or this sample into this.
Oh,
Here it goes.
who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Now everyone knows the Spongebob Squarepants theme song, so you don't have to listen to the whole thing. I don't want to make this like a Blender Gerber tutorial, so I'll try my best not to make it too long, even though we all know that's probably impossible. So, this is our sample, and this is our beat. Now you're probably going to be thinking that we could probably just mash the two together, but no, that's obviously not going to work. I could show you a bit of what happens if you try to do that. Like, for example, let's say I mash both of them together. Let's see if it works out, eh?
Are you ready, kids?
aye, Captain!
I can't
not
hear
really.
you.
I mean, kinda.
Pineapple under the sea.
It doesn't work because it's off beat, and that's the thing about it. Usually when you make something, you usually want it to be on beat. That brings me to the next part of sampling. When you sample, you need to know what you're sampling, and you need to know the tempo and the key. I forgot to write this down, but key and tempo matters. That's what you need to do when getting a sample. So if you're going to add a sample to your song, you need to know your song's key and your song's sample, or your song's tempo. Alright, luckily, this is just a beat, what we have right here. There is no key. A key, for y'all that don't know, a key is the tune of the song. You have like A major, A minor, and etc, etc. And there's two different types of keys. There's major and minor. I don't want to get too difficult. Major's all happy and gay. Minor's all sad and also gay. And then there's definitely also a lot of different time signatures. I won't get a lot into it, but the main time signature is 4/4. So when you're sampling a song, first want to make sure what song you're in. Let's see here. This song here has no key. There is no tune. The tune isn't happy or sad because there is no tune. So step 1, done. So let's write it down. Step 1, find tune of your song. No tune, continue, meaning no key. Alright, step 2, find the tempo of your song. Alright, here's the tempo of our song. Let's listen to it carefully. What type of tempo is it? 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4/4. Alright, it's a 4/4 song, meaning it works in 4/4. I'm not going to get too much into that. I might make another video on that. So, we got a 4/4 and no key. Now, let's listen to this. Is this in 4/4? Let's listen.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that brings us to step 3. Alright, find key of sample. What's the sound? Major or minor? So let's listen.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Da, 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 da.
Absorbed in yellow and
Obviously, it's major. I might make a different video to identify major and minor. So, it's major. Brings us to step 4, time signature of sample. Alright, let's listen to the time signature. Listen carefully, kids.
Who lives in a pineapple under
3,
the sea?
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 beats per bar. Meaning, it's a 4/4. So, step 5, does time signature and key type match? And the answer is yes. If the answer is no, then you can't sample it. You technically can, but I'll make another video on that. That's more advanced. So for the basics, you just have to make sure that your song is in the same key. So let's recap that, alright? What key is our song in? Major or minor? It has no key because it's a beat. Alright, move on. What type of time signature does it have? 4/4? Alright, now let's listen to our sample. Key, the other one doesn't matter, so major works. Let's listen to it again. What time signature? 4/4. Therefore, it's compatible. Number one rule when sampling, make sure it is compatible. Now we know it's compatible, we need to find the key, the exact key, and the exact tempo. So I already have that for us. Spongebob Squarepants is a very happy, gay song by Kids Superstars. Okay, that's probably like a bunch of made up shit. It's in 120 beats per minute. Now, usually what I do is look it up. Sometimes you can't really trust what you look up because everything's like kind of stupid. So 120 beats per minute, alright? And it's in major mode, which is good. Now we can set the key to whatever we want. Step 6. Set key. Now, first, what key is the song in? Our song has no key, so no setting or changing that. Our song's just a beat. I'll get into setting the key for a song that already has a key later. Brings us to step 7. So first, let's set the key. It's in G major. Bring it to G major. Step 8. Alright, so let's recap that. Oh fuck, I'm getting lost. So step 7, step key, whatever. Alright. Step 8. Our song is in 158 beats per minute. This song is in 120 beats per minute. Oh no! How are we gonna get that to work? That's not good. Well, here's what you do. Alright? First, I'm on BandLab. I don't know how to do it. If you're using anything else, I'm sorry. I can't help you. If you're using GarageBand, you're pretty much fucked. So, we're in 158 beats per minute. Let's change it to 120. But here's a problem. We have to adjust both audios to make it 120. If we press don't adjust, they're both going to be fucked for life. So what I would do is I'd adjust it. Now both of them are even more stretched. So you're wondering, oh, now what do you do, Goody Drew? Now, what I'm doing is basically by setting it to its original tempo of the sample, if I double click it, I can reset it. And by resetting it, it brings us back to the original tempo. Step 8, set the tempo to the original tempo of the song, or of the sample. Then reset the sample settings. That brings us to step 9, which is put it in whatever key or tempo you want. Actually, no, that's step 10. Step 9 is editing. Now, before we want the sample to work, we want to make it sure it starts at the moment the song starts.
Are you ready?
This is just a bunch of fucking talking, so we're gonna skip this.
Who lives in a...
This is what we want.
Who lives in a...
Now, we don't start at the who lives in a because the beat doesn't start. You wait until the beat starts. That's when the countdown starts, the 4/4. So let's wait.
Who lives in a...
Who lives in a, and that's when the beat starts. So we're gonna cut around there.
Who lives in...
Around here. And we gotta make sure it matches. So let's turn on the metronome to make sure. This is a really good tip. Turn on the metronome to make sure that the sample matches the tempo. So let's do that again.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
It matches. Now let's go further into the song to see if it still matches.
Spongebob Squarepants, Spongebob.
It matches. Now that brings us to step 10. Change it to whatever settings you want. I should bring step 9. 9, editing and extra touches. There we go. Step 10. So, actually, that's probably like later. But before we do step 10, no, I'm gonna skip step 10. Step 11, add your original song, and boom. Now let's listen to it all together.
Lives in a pineapple under the sea. Absorbed in yellow and orange is he. If nautical nonsense be something you wish,
Not gonna lie, guys, that's pretty fire,
then
isn't
drop
it?
on the deck and flop like a fish. Ready?
Spongebob Squarepants.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Alright, mate.
SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Hope you had fun. Goody Drew, out.